Hi friends, Miss Janet here with Alexander Hamilton Memorial Free Library, and I work in the children's department. And once a week we choose a chapter book that we would like to share with our readers. And this week the book that I have chosen to share with you is called Lifeling. And Lifeling was written by Kirsty Applebaum. And on the cover, it asks a question. And that question is, would you risk your life to save another? That's a tough question, isn't it, friends? It's something to really pause and think about. But in this particular story, we get to meet a 12-year-old boy, and his name is Lonny, and he can stop death in its tracks. But there's a price for Lonny to pay for this magic. Each time he saves a life, he must sacrifice years of his own. In order to keep his power a secret, he has always stayed away from the nearby town. And that town is called Farstroke, where the townsfolk might take advantage of a lifeling boy for their selfish and dangerous ends. But as the story goes on, Lonny's family is left with no money. He and his brother Midge are forced to actually venture into Farstroke in search of work. So Lonny soon finds that the people of Farstroke aren't the frightening monsters that he's been told to fear, or so they seem at first glance. Now, if you notice, the title is called Lifeling. And so we're going to find out what exactly is a lifeling. Is it kind of like a human? What we're going to see. Vroom, the buzzing in the roots of my teeth. Vroom, in the thick of my tongue. I search around on the shady forest floor. Nothing. I pull apart flat, feathered fern leaves. Nothing. I push bracken aside with my size 10 boots. Clodhoppers, as Granddad calls them. Nothing. Well, where is it? I let the bracken bounce back. Well, it must be here. The buzzing's never wrong. Lonny, wait for me. Midge stumbles through the trees. That ridiculous yellow baseball cap stuck backwards on his head. What are you doing? He says. What happened? Well, I look down, and the basket's on its side, ink caps scattered over the ground. I must have dropped it. He rights the basket and scoops the mushrooms back in. His sleeves are too long for his arms, so he has to stop and roll them up. Vroom! My jaw vibrates. Lonny? Midge frowns. You've got the buzzing again, haven't you? Vroom! We should go back home, he says. Dad said you have to walk away if you get the buzzing. Walk away? Come on. He yanks at my sleeve, but he's tiny. Midge is. No match for big brother Lonny. I push him off. Hold him behind me with one arm and keep on looking. There, a rabbit, breathing tight. Little dying rabbit breathes, twitching. It's not got long. Must have been mauled by a fox, unlucky thing, or a weasel. I kneel down at the head end, mind. The rest all blood-struck and askew. I reach out a finger and I stroke its ear. Feels soft and warm, like kisses and kind words from your mother. And I haven't had either of those in a very long time. So I just keep stroking. Lonny! Don't, Lonny! Midge all fretty. Leave it alone. Walk away. It's just a rabbit. We shouldn't even have come out this far. Shouldn't have stopped at the oaks. Let's go home. Tug, tug, tug at my sleeve. I shake him off. Vroom! The buzzing shifts, shudders down my neck, squeezes past my shoulder. my elbow, my hands, pushes out through the ends of my fingers, and the rabbit stops twitching. Its breathing slows. Dead? No. Wait, the breathing doesn't stop, it just slows to regular. Well, then the little rabbit's legs twist themselves around and the dark rabbit blood dries itself up and everything slides nice and smooth back into place, just like magic. It gets up, gives itself a shake, and hops off. And the buzzing's gone. You shouldn't have done that, says Midge. What's Dad gonna say? Well, who's gonna tell him? He looks at the ground where the rabbit was. I sit back on my heels. Calm teeth, calm tongue, calm head. Okay, so I've aged again. Voice got a little bit deeper, arms grow a little bit longer, but it was only a rabbit. It'll shorten a few days from me, a week at the most. Talents like this don't come free, you know. There's always a price. Give a bit of life, lose a bit of life. That's how it goes. Breathe, Lonny. Breathe. Lonny? Breathe. Did you hear that? Midge, fretting again. Breathe. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Yep. That. I open my eyes. Yap, 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 yap. A dog darts out from the trees. What on earth? A dog in the middle of the forest? In the middle of our forest? Yep. It runs toward us. Midge's hands clench up. Told you we shouldn't have come out this far. It's a little white quiver of a thing with a luminous pink collar, twigs for legs, and a whipped up tail. Not much use for anything at all, I shouldn't imagine, except trouble. Yep, yep, yep. It jumps up at Midge, and guess what? He falls over. Unbelievable. The dog slurps up his face. Lonny, get it off, get it off. Shh, Midge, keep quiet. Thing about dogs is they don't wander around forests by themselves, especially quiverly little dogs like this. There'll be people following after, sooner or later. I listen. Suki! There you go. Suki, that's her name. Then the dog, Suki, stops still. 2 front feet on Midge's chest. She cocks an ear. Suki! Suki! Where are you? Get it off me, Lonny. Keep quiet. We got to get ourselves away from this dog. I grab the skinny thing around her middle. She twists around and looks at me, all beady in the eye. She growls again from deep in her belly. I feel it through my fingers. I stick Suki on the ground, and Midge scrambles to his feet, and we run. Crackle, crunch, snap. I dodge between ash and birch and hazel trees. The ground crumbles under my boots. Lonny, Lonny, wait for me. And so, my friends, that's where we're going to stop. And if you think that this is a book that kind of intrigues you and you find interesting, just remember, it is called Lifeling, and it is written by Kirsty Applebaum. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. And until next time, have a wonderful day.